हेलो फ्रेंड्स, नमस्कार। क्लास 11 चैप्टर 5 लॉज ऑफ मोशन के एक और सेशन में आप सबका स्वागत है। पिछले सेशन में हमने सर्कुलर मोशन देखी और उसके बेस पे हमने देखा कि पार्ट जो व्हीकल होता है वो सर्कुलर टर्न पे जब मतलब कि सर्कुलर कर्व्ड रोड पे जब टर्न लेता है तब उसकी स्पीड क्या होनी चाहिए। स्ट्रेट रोड पे हमने देखा कि उसकी मैक्सिमम स्ट्रेट मतलब सॉरी लेवल रोड पे हमने देखा फ्लैट होना चाहिए, तो उसमें हमने देखा कि उसकी मैक्सिमम स्पीड म्यू आर जी होनी चाहिए। ठीक है। और जो बैंक रोड था उसमें हमने देखा कि उसकी मैक्सिमम स्पीड क्या होनी चाहिए, तो आर जी म्यू प्लस टेन थीटा अपॉन 1 - म्यू टेन थीटा। ठीक है। और उसी पे हमने ऐसा भी देखा था कि अगर फ्रिक्शन ना लगे ऐसे वो चलाए तो उसकी ऑप्टिमम स्पीड क्या होनी चाहिए, तो वो थी आर जी टेन थीटा। ठीक है। ये सब इक्वेशन हमने पिछले वीडियो में डिराइव कर ली है। आज हम इसके ऊपर एग्जाम्पल सॉल्व करने वाले हैं। और सेंट्रीपिटल जो फोर्स लगता है वो कितना होता है, एम वी स्क्वेयर अपॉन आर, या तो हम क्या बोल सकते हैं एम ओमेगा स्क्वेयर आर। ठीक है, जिसमें मास और एंगुलर वेलोसिटी और रेडियस ऐसा सब कुछ है। ये म्यू क्या है, कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ फ्रिक्शन, आर क्या है, रेडियस। ठीक है, जी एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी। फिर ये थीटा क्या है, थीटा इज द बैंकिंग एंगल। ठीक है। तो ये सब मैंने डिस्क्राइब कर दिया। चलिए अब एग्जांपल सॉल्व करते हैं। बच्चों मैं पहले बोल दूं एक बार, हाँ, कि वी मैक्स का मतलब कि बस मैक्सिमम इतनी स्पीड से आप चला सकते हो, इतनी स्पीड से आप टर्न ले सकते हो। इससे ज्यादा स्पीड से अगर आप टर्न लेने गए, ठीक है, तो आप स्लिप हो जाओगे। क्या दिया है देखिए, अ साइक्लिस्ट स्पीडिंग अप एट 18 किलोमीटर पर आवर। व्हाट इज द स्पीड ऑफ साइक्लिस्ट, 18 किलोमीटर पर आवर। लेट्स कन्वर्ट दिस इनटू मीटर पर सेकंड। So 18 into 5 by 18. So what is the answer? 5 meter per second. On a level road, takes a sharp circular turn of radius 3 meter. So radius is given as a 3 meter. Without reducing the speed, the coefficient of static friction between the tires and the road is 0.1. Mu is equals to 0.1. Will the cyclist slip while taking the turn? Okay, first of all, let's calculate that what is V max permissible. Okay, how much permit given by the road. Okay, so this is 0.1 mu rg. Okay, we will use this formula. zero point 0.1 r is 3 and g let's take 10. So this is 10 into zero point 0.1, so 1 and under root 3. So under root 3, this is a 1.73 meter per second. So you can drive or you can take a turn with maximum 1.73 meter per second. And he is taking turn with the speed 5 meter per second. So V cyclist is greater than V max. Therefore, yes, cyclist will sleep. cyclist will sleep. cyclist क्या हो जाएगा, sleep हो जाएगा। ओके, चलिए नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल करते हैं। सर्कुलर रेस ट्रैक ऑफ रेडियस 300 मीटर, r equal to 300 meter, is banked at an angle of 15 degree. Theta is equals to 15 degree. If the coefficient of friction between the wheels of the race car and the road is 0.2, so mu is equals to 0.2. What is the optimum speed of the race car to avoid the wear tear of the tire? It is asked optimum speed. So what is the formula for the optimum speed? It is equal to under root rg tan theta. Clear? Okay. In which what is r? R is the 300. Okay. G is a 10 and theta is a 15 degree. So you have to take 10 15 degree. Okay, is it clear to you? Okay, fine. So here 3000, and let me tell you 10 15 is 0.2679. In some previous videos we have used this value. So let me do 3000 multiply by 0.2679. 3000 into 0.2679. So answer is 803.7. So under root 803.7. So that is a 28.3. What is the answer? Answer is a 28.3. So if with this speed the driver drives his bike, okay, that he will not get slip, especially, and his tire, the bike's tire, will also get saved. Okay, so this is the part A, and let's do the part B. What is the part B? Maximum permissible speed. Okay, so if you want to drive more than this speed, he can drive. Okay, he will not get slip also. With this speed, he will not get slip, as well as his tire will get saved. But let's calculate that how much maximum speed he can drive with. Okay, so what is that formula? Rg mu plus tan theta upon 1 minus mu tan theta. Is it clear to you? So under root Rg, and I have replaced that value and I got 3000. Okay, mu, what is the mu? 0.2 plus 0.2679 divided by 1 minus mu. How much it is? 0.2, and it is multiplied by 0.2679. Is it clear to you? Okay, so first of all 0.2 plus 0.2679. So that is a 0.4679. I will write like that. Okay, it is equals to under root 0.4679. Okay, multiply by this 3000 and divided by, okay, if you multiply 0.2 into 0.2679, then you will get 0.05358. Okay, and here you will get 0.9464. 9464. So 0.4679 into 3000 divided by 0.9464. Okay, so it is 1483 under root 1483.199. Okay, and if you do under root of 1483, okay, then your answer will be 38.5. How much answer? Nearly 38.5 meter per second. So what we get here, that if you drive with this much velocity, then your tire will get some friction, but you will not get slip. Okay, but if you drive with the 40 meter per second, chances that you will get slip. Okay, let's do these sums. A stone of mass 0.25 kilogram. What is the mass? 0.25 kilogram. Is tied to the end of a string, is whirled round a circle with a radius of 1.5 meter. What is the radius? 1.5 meter. And with a speed of 40 revolution per minute. So that is the omega. What is omega? 40 revolution per minute. So if you multiply 40 is a revolution. Revolution means this much. It is a one revolution. Okay, and let me tell you that in one revolution how much angle you will cover? 2 pi. So you have to write here 2 pi. Okay, so that it will become radian. And minute means 60 seconds. So here I want to tell you is that whenever the revolution per minute is given, and if you want to convert it into the radian per second, and you have to convert it in the radian per second, then just multiply it by 2 pi by 60. Okay, 2 pi by 60. So here 30. Okay, and here get cancelled out. So what will be the answer? 4 pi by 3 radian per second. Okay, fine. So let's read an example again. What is the tension in the string? What is the tension in the string? Okay, is it clear to you? What is asked? What is the tension in the string? Let me tell you that suppose circle of the stone, circular path of the stone is like this. Okay, then here it will be the tension and here it will be the mv square upon r, or you can say m omega square r. So what you can say that yes, tension is equals to m omega square r, and replace the value of the m. What is value of m? 0.25. What is the value of omega? 4 pi by 3. So 16 into pi square by 9. Okay, and r it is 1.5. So if you place this value, okay, then you will get answer. What answer you will get is 6.6 newton. Okay, nearly how much? 6.6 newton. So that much tension will get developed. Okay, now what is asked next in the same question? What is the maximum speed with which stone can be whirled around if string can withstand a maximum tension of 200 Newton? Okay, it is given that maximum tension, how much the string can bear? 200 Newton. Okay, so let me write like this, that T is equals to mv square upon r. Okay, and T is equals to how much is it given? T is equals to 200. So I will put here 200 and mass 0.25. Okay, and V square that we have to find out, and R is a 1.5 meter. Okay, so V square is equals to 200 into 1.5 divided by 0.25. Clear? So if you underroot this value, then you will get answer as 35 meter per second. What answer will be there? 35 meter per second. So with this much speed, you can revolve that stone. Okay. Now what is the next question? In exercise 5.21, the speed of the stone is increased beyond the maximum permissible value and the string breaks suddenly. Okay, so which of the following correctly describe the trajectory of the stone after the string breaks? It's very simple. See, students, here is the stone. Okay, and when string breaks, okay, because of the string, one tension is here, and because of that tension, the particle was revolving in the circular path, and that force was a mv square upon r. So when string breaks, t get disappear, and as t get disappear, mv square upon r will get disappear. So net force in this direction will be 0. So the particle will follow this motion. Why? Because at that time the velocity is in this direction. So according to Newton's first law, if net force acting on a body is 0, then it will follow its original motion. And what was its original motion? In this way. Okay, so this velocity will remain constant. So you can say which option? The stone move radially outward? No, radially outward means like this. Okay. The stone flies off tangentially from the instant of the string breaks. Yes, this is a tangential. What is the third option? The stone flies off at an angle with the tangent whose magnitude depends on the speed of the particle. Means they are saying that stone will get flies off somewhere here. No, it will flies off tangentially always. Okay, remember that. And I think you have such experience also. Figure 5.18, you can see, shows a man standing stationary with respect to the horizontal conveyor belt that is accelerating with 1 meter per second square. So what is the acceleration? Acceleration is 1 meter per second square. What is the net force on the man? So F is equals to MA. M is the 65 and A is the 1. So what is the net force? 65 Newton. It is very simple. And on which side that force will be? On this side. Okay. If the coefficient of static friction between the man's shoes and the belt is a zero point 0.2, okay, fine. Mu is a given. What is the mu? 0.2. Up to what acceleration belt can the man continue to stationary relative to the belt? Okay, let me tell you first of all that belt. Okay, sorry, I have said like this. Here belt is moving like this and it is accelerating. So man will experience pseudo force and pseudo force in this direction. Okay, so man will try to sleep from here. Okay, but here somewhat friction will be there. And suppose this force is a ma, then this force will be the friction. Okay, and in the downward direction, what you can say mg, and in the upward direction, what you can say normal reaction. So F max is equal to ma. Okay, F max should be equal to ma for no slipping. Otherwise, if this force ma got increases again, then the man will get slip in that direction. Okay, is it clear to you? Now, what is the maximum friction formula? Mu n. So, mu n is equals to ma. But what is n? You can see from here that n is equals to mg. So, mu mg is equals to ma. So, got cancelled out and a equals to mu g. I think we have calculated this type of sum earlier also. And what is the mu? Mu is a 0.2 and g is a 10. So what will be the answer? 2 meter per second square. Okay. So with this much acceleration, man will not sleep. But if acceleration is more than that, then man will sleep away. Okay. Read this. A stone of mass m tied to the end of a string revolves in the vertical circle of radius r. Okay, fine. Vertical circle. Okay. The net force at the lowest and the highest point of the circle directed vertically downward are. Okay. See here carefully. Here and here. This is the lowest position and this is the highest. When it is at lowest position, okay, here will be the tension and here will be the mg, and because of this T and mg, remember the resultant force is a mv square upon r. So we are not going to consider that mv square upon r force. Okay, we will consider only that force which are in reality acting. So net downward force will be, both are in the opposite direction, so net downward force will be mg minus t. F downward, you can say like that. And let's see at the highest position what will be there. Here mv square upon r. Okay, but we are not going to calculate it, we want in the downward direction. So tension is there, as well as the mg is also acting in the downward direction. Mg always act in the downward direction and tension act in the direction of string. Like suppose ball is here, then tension will be here and mg will be here. Here will be the mg and here will be the tension. Okay, so at the highest position T plus mg means a tension, second tension, that is a T2 suppose, and here tension is the T1. It is given that T1 and V1 denotes the tension and speed at the lowest position. T2 and V2 denotes corresponding value at the highest position. So what will be the answer? Mg minus T and Mg plus T. Mg plus T at the highest. So which option is the right? Option A. Okay. Let's try this. An aircraft executes a horizontal loop at a speed of 720 km per hour. Whoa, 720, much greater speed. Let's convert it in the meter per second first of all. Whenever I see kilometer per hour, directly I strike like that. Okay. 18 Forza. Okay, so what is the answer? 200 meter per second. Okay, and its wings banked at a 15 degree. Okay, suppose this is a plane and it is wings. Okay, and at how much degree? 15 degree. Okay, so here air, here is the air, it will exert a normal reaction from here, which was normal reaction, and the plane is performing, what plane is performing? Circular motion, right? So here mg will be there, and here mv square upon r, where what is r? The radius of the circular path. Clear? So if this is a theta, guys, we have discussed like that. What we have discussed, that we will do one axis like this, one axis like this, one axis like this, and one axis like this. Okay, and suppose if this angle is a theta, we have discussed from here that what this will be theta, then this will not be theta, and this will be theta, then this will not be theta, and this will be theta. Yes, so this is the theta, so this will not be theta, and this will again be theta. So what it will be? N cos theta, and what it will be? N sin theta. Okay, fine. With its wings bent 15 degree. What is the radius of the loop? We have to calculate the radius of loop. Okay, so just equate n sin theta is equals to mv square upon r. Got it? And n cos theta is equals to mg. Just divide them. This is equation number 1. This is equation number 2. Okay, equation number 1 divided by equation number 2. Therefore, so n got cancelled out, and sin theta upon cos theta will be equals to tan theta. And here m get cancelled out. So answer is a v square upon rg. See, here friction is not present, so directly sometimes you can apply like this: V is equals to under root Rg tan theta. Okay, but if it is given to find out V, here it is not asked to find out V, so we will move forward like this: R is equals to V square upon G tan theta. And what is the V? 200 into 200, and G is the 10, and 10 15 degree, that is 0.2679. I think now you understand that. 0.2 10 30 degree, or sorry, 15 degree. Okay, so if you place these values, okay, then your answer will be that R is nearly 15 kilometer. How much it is? 15 kilometer. Okay, this is a 2679. Okay, now this was the first one, and the second is still remaining. What is given? A train runs along the unbanked circular track of the radius. Okay, unbanked, like, oh, I am drawing that here. Okay, first time in history, example and solution are upside down. And train is running here. Okay, guys, train is running here. Okay, no problem, whatever it is. And what is the radius? Circular track of radius 30 meter. R. R is equals to 30 meter. At a speed of 54 kilometer per hour, V is equals to 54 into 5 by 18. So 18 3 and 5. So 15 meter per second. The mass of the train is 10 raised to 6 kilogram. Whoa. What is the mass? 10 raised to 6 kilogram. What provides centripetal force required for this purpose? An engine or the rails? First you think. Engine will provide or rail will provide? See, this train will push the rail. Okay, and because the rails are fixed, that's why they will provide this force. Okay, so what is the answer? Rails. Rails. What is the angle of banking required to prevent wearing out of rail. Okay, then you just use V is equals to under root Rg tan theta. Okay, because we are not going to consider friction here. So V square upon Rg is equals to tan theta. So tan theta is equal to V square, that is a 15 into 15 radius, that is a 30 into 10. Okay, I think I can do this. 15 twos are. Oh, very good. Then after 5 twos are and 5 twos are. Sorry. 3. 3 fives are and 2 fives are. Oh, we are getting some familiar result. 3 by 4. Tan theta is equal to 3 by 4. Guys, do you know this? 3, 4, 5. Then this is a theta, tan theta equal to 3 by 4, and this angle will be 37 degree because 5 and 3 has an angle 53 degree. Okay, so what is the answer? Answer is a 37 degree. Okay, fine. Let's try next. A disk revolves with a speed of 33 1 by 3 revolution per minute. So omega equals to 33 3s are 99, 100 by 3 revolution per minute. And how to convert revolution per minute in the radian per second? I have told earlier 2 pi by 60. So it will be radian per second. Okay, is it clear to you? Okay, so 1 0 get cancelled out and 2 3s are 6. So that is a 10 by 10 pi by 9 radian per second. Okay, no problem. And has a radius of 15 centimeter. What is the radius? 15 centimeter means 0.15 meter. The two coins are placed at 4 centimeter and 14 centimeter away from the center of the record. Okay, fine. Suppose this is a disc and one coin is placed here and one coin is placed here. One coin is at how much distance? 4 centimeter. And another coin is at how much distance? 14 centimeter. Away from the center of the record. If the coefficient of friction between coins and the record is 0.15. What is the coefficient of friction? 0.15. Which of the coin will revolve with the record? Okay. So first of all, see, you know very well that for safe rotation, that whatever mv square upon r is acting, it should be less than or equals to frictional force. Clear? And if for the any coin, see, this will be the mg and this will be normal reaction. Okay, so I am doing like this. See carefully. Mv square upon r, you can write m omega square r should be less than or equal to mu mg. So m got cancelled out. So r should be less than equal to mu g upon omega square. So r should be less than equal to mu. How much is the mu? First of all, 0.15 means g 10 and omega 10 pi by 9. So 10 square 100, pi square 10. I will say pi square 10. Okay, anytime you can take like this. And 9 means here 81. So if we do this sum, means here 10 got cancelled out first of all. Okay, so 0.15 into 81 divided by 100, so 0.1215. Okay, means r should 1215 meter, so r should be less than or equals to nearly 12.2 centimeter. If you place the coin at this much distance, less than 12.2 centimeter, then it will not get slip. Okay, now see here. Coin 1 is at a 4 centimeter. So condition satisfied. And 14. So it is a more than that. So it will get thrown away. Okay. One reason is that here here for the first coin at the 4 centimeter, here less centripetal force will be there, centrifugal, and here more centrifugal force will be there. Okay. As the distance increases, centrifugal force also increases. How we come to know that? See carefully. Uh, m omega square r. Distance depends on the r. Don't think like mv square upon r. So here also velocity, okay, increases as you go away from the, what you can say, center. Okay. You may have seen the circus motorcyclist driving in the vertical loop inside the death well. Have you seen that? Okay, a hollow spherical chamber with a holes, so the spectator can watch the outside. Okay, from outside. Sorry. Explain clearly why the motorcyclist does not drop down when he is at the uppermost point. See, it is very dangerous thing, huh? If you have a dare, then only do that. Suppose here is the biker. Okay, then no problem. Okay, but what if here? Then it will make some problem. Okay, so here also it can perform well. So how? So very simple. Here because he is driving much faster. Here mv square upon r will be there. Okay, and here it will be mg. And because it is in contact with this surface, here normal reaction will also be there. So because of this mv square upon r. Okay, so first of all, if it is asked that why motorcyclist does not drop down when he is at the uppermost point, then the answer with no support from below, then the answer is because of high centrifugal force. Because of high centrifugal force. Okay. Now, what is the minimum speed required at the uppermost position to perform the vertical loop of the radius 25 meter? So now challenge begins, that what is the radius 25 meter and with what speed you will drive from here, special highest point. Okay, so first of all let us consider that mv square upon r is equals to n plus mg. Clear? Now what is this n? N is a normal reaction. And why it is provided? Because the cyclist not, but this what you can say, performer is in contact. Okay, so what we want, that it should remain in contact. He should remain in contact. Yes or no? Means normal reaction should be there. Okay, suppose he just touch only, then normal reaction will be 0. Okay, but if he press that with more force, then normal reaction will be more. But we want that this normal reaction either it should be 0 or somewhat less. Okay, but not very 0, means not much less, so that mg will get what you can say, dominated, and cyclist, or sorry, this performer will fall. Okay, so what we want, for safety, for safety, let me tell you, n should be greater than 0. N should be greater than 0. Okay, why n? N is a normal force and it is acting because the cyclist, sorry, many time I am saying cyclist, because this performer is in contact with the loop. Okay, and we want that he should be in the contact. Okay, why? Because he should not fall. That is the ask. Okay, so n is because of the contact. Then that n, if he is in the contact, then n will not be 0. Okay, so if we consider that for safety n should be greater than 0, means what? mv square upon r minus mg should be greater than 0. Means what? mv square upon r should be greater than mg. Got cancelled out. Means what? V should be greater than, V square should be greater than rg, and V should be greater than under root rg. Here we want, yes, that force is more, and at the time of that motor car running on the road, we want that V should be less. Okay, okay, so fine. So V should be greater than rg. So what will be the minimum? Means suppose I have said that you should have a 10 rupees or more than 10. Then how much at least you should have 10. So you can say therefore V minimum is equals to under root Rg, and under root Rg, what is R? 25 into G 10. So under root 250, under root 250. So it is 15.81 meter per second. Okay. Let's convert it in the kilometer per hour. You can say it is nearly 16, right? 16 meter per second. And how to convert it into kilometer per hour? Multiply by 18 by 5. Okay. 16 into 18 by 5. So your answer is 57.6 kilometer per hour. Okay, means nearly 58 kilometer per hour. And I think most of you can drive with this much speed. Okay, but because of that scenario, we cannot have so much guts. Okay, for that there should be a training one. Fine. Okay. A 70-kilogram man stands on the contact against the inner wall of the hollow cylindrical drum of radius 3 meter, rotating about a vertical axis with a 200 revolution per minute. The coefficient of friction between the wall and his clothing is 0.15. What is the minimum rotational speed of the cylinder to enable the man to remain stuck to the wall without falling when the floor is suddenly removed? Oh, suppose this is a cylinder. Okay, what is the condition given? I think you understand. Okay, this is the floor and person is standing on the floor. Okay, but suppose the floor get removed and person get attached with this. Okay, then person should not fall. Person should not fall. Okay, first of all, what forces are acting on the person? Let us see. Person will experience fall because of mainly this force mg. Okay, and person will slide on this, so here there will be a friction force. Okay, and then after here there will be the normal one, and here that will be the mv square upon r, or m omega square r. Okay, for safety, f max, this f max, static friction, should be equal to mg. Yes or no? Yes, it should be equal to mg. Otherwise, the person will get fall. So, what is the f max? Sorry, mu s or mu n should be equal to mg. Okay. Now here, what is n? N is equals to m omega square. Sorry, m omega square upon r. Sorry, that is wrong. M omega square r. So mu s m omega square r equals to mg, and m got cancelled out. What is asked? What is the minimum rotational speed? So the omega we have to find out. Omega square is equals to g upon mu r. Okay, and omega is equals to omega is equal to under root g upon mu r. So under root g is 10 and mu, how much is it? Mu 0.15 and r 3 meter. 0.15 and r 3 meter. Okay, is it clear to you? Actually, what is the reason behind that we is not able to fall this mv square upon r? Is it clear to you? Okay, so if you use this logic, then you will get answer 5 radian per second. What answer you will get? 5 radian per second. Okay, fine. So this is the last sum of the today. A circular loop of radius r rotates about its vertical diameter with an angular frequency omega. Show that the small bead of wire, first of all let me tell you, this is a circle, okay, circular form wire, and the wire rotating like this. And what is the radius? Radius is the r, okay, with its vertical diameter. And angular frequency means angular speed omega. Show that small bead, let us consider like this. Okay, on the wire of loop remain at its lowermost point for omega less than. If omega is less than this, then bead will come here at this position. Okay, but that we have to show. Suppose this is r. Okay, listen very carefully. Because of the rotation, of the this loop, this bead will also rotate in this much small circle, where you will get small radius r. Okay, and suppose it makes angle theta here. Okay, the given that what is the angle made by the radius vector joining the center to the bead with a vertical downward direction for omega equal to under root 2g upon r. But first of all we have to prove this. Okay, now I am drawing free body diagram. Okay, here bead will experience normal reaction. What bead will experience? Normal reaction. Here is the mg and here is the m omega square r. R should be the radius of the circle that the particle is performing. Okay, this bead, this is rotating like this. If I draw once more, then bead may be somewhere here, means rotating like this. So, okay, and if this angle is a theta, obvious this angle will be theta, and this will be n cos theta, and this will be n sin theta. Okay, so what answer we get? N sin theta is equals to m omega square r. N cos theta is equals to mv. Just divide them. What you will get? Tan theta is equals to omega square r upon g. But see the triangle carefully. This is the triangle, this is a r and this is r, and this is a theta. So sin theta is equals to what? Opposite upon hypo. Am I right or not? So what we can say? R equals to r sin theta. Can we say like this? So I am putting here. Therefore tan theta is equals to omega square into r sin theta upon g. Now tan theta is what? Sin theta upon cos theta, and here is the sin theta. So sin theta, tan theta get cancelled, and your answer will be cos theta. So what is the formula for the cos theta that we get? Therefore 1 upon cos theta is equals to omega square r upon g. See, 1 upon cos theta. Okay, do it yourself first of all. Now, oh, sorry, here I find some problem in scrolling. Therefore, cos theta is equals to what? G upon omega square r. Okay, now you know very well that cos theta function has a maximum value 1. Okay, means it is less than 1. So, what you can say? G upon omega square r will always be means less than or equal to 1. Sorry. Okay, so what you can say? G will be less than or equals to omega square r. ठीक है, और omega square r will be greater than or equal to G. Therefore, omega square will be greater than or equal to G by R, or omega greater than or equal to under root G by R. Yes. So this will make bead at some other position. But if omega becomes less than or equal to under root G by R, then what happen? Then bead will come at bottom. Bead will come at bottom. Okay, so that is the condition that we have to prove. If omega is less than or equal to under root G by R, we have proved it that if bead is here, then omega is greater than under root G by R. But if bead comes here, or if omega becomes less like what less than under root G by R, then bead will come here like that. Okay, and this condition will not get satisfied. Now what is the second question? Theta we have to find out for omega equal to under root 2G by R. Omega equal to under root 2G by R. And what is the cos theta? See here, this one. So cos theta is equals to G upon R, and what is omega? Under root 2G by R, but it is a square. So 2G and R here. G got cancelled out, R got cancelled out. So cos theta is equals to 1 by 2, and therefore theta is equals to 60 degree. So what will be the angle with vertical? 60 degree. Okay. So try to do these examples yourself first. Okay. And then after, if you don't get, then you can see from here. So here we have completed many examples of exercise. Okay. But some more exciting example I want to calculate. Okay. For you specially in the next video, and then after we will complete this chapter. Okay. Thank you and namaskar.